Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I'm Elizabeth and I'm a kindergarten teacher in California. And in this video, I'm gonna do like a mid-year classroom tour, and we're kind of like third quarter, so it's not true mid-year. However, I just want to give you a glimpse into what like my classroom looks like at this point in the year. It's definitely way different than it looked when we first started the year. We did have to tweak a couple of things. We had to rearrange seating chart a little bit, but for the most part, we've had really good students, which has been awesome, because if you have students who are trained at home by parents to take care of their stuff, that helps with the overall condition of your classroom. And then number two, we set standards up front for what we expect as teachers. And I say teachers because I team teach with another kindergarten teacher. What we expect as teachers from our students, how we want them to take care of the toys. We have real life conversations. So I'm gonna share all about that in this video. And then I'm gonna show you a couple things that we, unfortunately, we've had casualties in the classroom as far as our toys are concerned. So, all right, so as far as things like holding up, this is just me gonna be like super real with you. I did not clean the classroom before I did this video, and I didn't organize anything. And so this is just kind of like real life here, people. This is what my classroom looks like right now. This is just me being real. Comment down below if you are a teacher or a student, what your profession is, and what kind of school you went to as a kid. Did you go to private school, public school? Were you homeschooled, charter school? There's so many different schools out there. So comment down below what kind of school you went to. I teach at a private Christian school, so if you'd like to see what a classroom looks like mid-year, just keep watching. Welcome back to my channel. I'm Elizabeth and I'm a kindergarten teacher in California. This is my classroom. We do have a pink playhouse. If you're new to the channel, hello, welcome. I wanted to do like a classroom tour kind of mid-year update because I had a lot of people asking, because I did do, am I zoomed in? I am zoomed in. I'm like, why am I so close? Okay, I had a lot of teachers ask me to do a mid-year update because of the fact that you buy new things and then sometimes they get worn out or broken, and I have had some of that. So I just thought I'd share kind of where we're at, and then share a couple things because my tree is done and cute, and so that was one of the things that wasn't really done or cute. And it's like the life cycle. We started like life cycles. Now we're not 100% ready for our spring program, which is coming up, but we're getting there. And so I just wanted to share with you a couple of projects that we're doing. So far this year, we've had, and you know, I mean, we're kind of, you know, we're third quarter already, so we're past the halfway point. But my students are awesome, like truly gems, and they are just so sweet, so kind, and I feel so lucky. I teach at a private Christian school, and so my situation's a little bit different, I think, than a public scenario, in that I have a smaller class size. I only have 14 kids, and so I get a lot of one-on-one time with my munchkins, which is awesome. But we have had a couple things break, and I think it's just probably more natural breakage. And then we've had a couple things wear out. A lot of the stuff that I made, though, honestly, is holding up pretty well. We've got crate seats that have held up really well. Bins held up really well. I will show you the name tags and stuff I did on the cubbies. Those, they're gonna make it to the end of the year, I think, but they're a little bit, they're looking a little bit junky. And then we've started a lot, like we've started our spring unit. And so we've got a lot of really fresh, beautiful stuff in the classroom. We've got life cycles going on. We've got habitats going on. Spring is in the air. It's the end of February, beginning of March. And it's just fun. So I just want to show you a couple projects that we've been working on as a class. So here we go. So this is the tree that we make, and I just used butcher paper, and a sweet friend came in and kind of distressed it with paint and stuff, and so it turned out really cute. And then I just hang these things. They're like party streamer things. I got them from Party City, and then we just hang our butterflies and our caterpillars and everything. So basically, let me show you here. And it's kind of, because it's been so rainy, but this is an egg is a butterfly. A butterfly lays eggs on a leaf. So this is our little egg poster. And then the students just made these little leaves with 3 marshmallows on them. And then the next one is the larva sign. It's a baby, I just made these, but it's a baby caterpillar that hatches from the egg. And so, well, this guy lost his eye. But we made these little like chain caterpillars and we put them kind of all over the tree. That one's like hanging upside down. And then we made butterflies, and right there, butterfly, a beautiful butterfly emerges. And so the students made all these cute little butterflies. So it's like the spring tree, and I put this little sign. I put this little sign on there that says spring. So it's this little spring tree, and it's kind of the focal point in the classroom, kind of sets the mood for spring. This wall over here is not done yet. I think we're gonna do the chick life cycle over here. I have a friend who has some chickens, and I'm hoping, crossing my fingers, that we can get some actual like eggs in here that are fertilized. That would be amazing. Okay, and then over here, my dear friend painted this frog for us. And then we just have a frog life cycle picture on her because it's the mom of all the little baby frogs. And then we made the life cycle, little life cycle crafts. So it's egg, tadpole, froglet, and then the frog. So we have all of these hanging up here in the classroom, and it's so bright and fresh. Okay, and then down here, these are so fun. Okay, so these are actually ones that my team teacher and I made, and these are just character traits that we work on starting in March. And so when a student shows that character trait, we might say like, oh, little Susie, you have been so obedient. You obeyed the first time, so you can go put your obedient flower petal on your flower. And their goal is to get all of their flower petals on by the end of the school, by the end of school. So they have from March until June to get them all on. And it's a lot of flower petals, a lot of little flower petals over here. But each student has, I think, 7 or 8, 3, 6, 7, yeah, 8 that they try to put on. So I haven't put the names on the flowers by the flowers yet because we haven't started this yet. We'll start this probably next week. Okay, moving on. So I can't get too close because you'll see their names, but these are all community helpers. We did a community helper unit, and each student basically chose one community helper, and they made a little like character. So there's a policeman, a nurse, a police officer, fireman. I'm not sure. Let's see. I can't remember. I don't know some of these. Doctors, lots of doctors. So we just learned all about community helpers, and so we're gonna keep those up for. Oh, and this is a bed up here, and this is like our little reading nook. It's kind of a hot mess right now, but and this one, it's been raining so much. This one is like falling off. This is how I do it. Okay, back on. All right, anyways, moving on. Okay, oh yeah, the orcas. All right, so we love using glyphs in the classroom. Glyphs are basically like little crafts that you use, but then you ask questions and you customize the craft depending on the answers to their questions. So for example, do you know how to swim? You put the tail right if it's no, left if it's yes. So this student knows how to swim. Number 2, have you ever been to the ocean? Red tongue, yes. Pink tongue, no. So this is a pink tongue. So this student has not been to the ocean. Do you have a pool at your house? Flippers point up, flippers point down, no. So this student does not have a pool at their house. Have you ever been fishing? Yes is a straight dorsal fin, and no is a curved dorsal fin. So this student has never been fishing. So they're each customized differently depending on what the question is that they asked or they answered to. And so we love doing those. So that's gonna be kind of like our ocean habitat there. All right, moving on is like our jungle habitat. So these are our little monkeys, and these are not glyphs. I didn't make them glyphs, but they turned out really cute. And so they're just holding a little banana. We did crinkly legs, and they're holding a banana. And then, like I said, we are doing 100th day of school, and so we're on day 98. So today is day 99, which ripped off. We'll have to tape that on. And then day 100 we'll put right here, because that's tomorrow. Crazy! All right, so as far as things like holding up, this is just me gonna be like super real with you. I did not clean the classroom before I did this video, and I didn't organize anything. And so this is just kind of like real life real life here, people. This is what it is to be a teacher, kindergarten teacher mid-year, and when things get crazy. So this is what the classroom is gonna look like. This is what my classroom looks like right now. This is just me being real. It's okay. There are some areas like that are constantly, I feel like I'm constantly battling. Like the sleeping area, we have all these sleeping bags, and this is like perfect example of what happens. Sleeping bags just kind of get kicked out. The cubbies, sometimes kids bring in like really big sleeping bags, and so the sleeping bags just fall out sometimes, which is kind of annoying because that's in like the main walkway. But we just like roll them up and stick them back in there. Our little area over here has actually stayed pretty good. This year what I did was I numbered the bin, and then I put a number inside the cubby, and that has been the lifesaver. Sometimes some of the toys, I mean, actually looking at them, it looks pretty good. Proud of my kiddos. The kids have been really good with it, so they'll put the numbers back. Let me just see. Let's just see. Yep, yeah, we're pretty good. And I think the color and the number, because if it's like yellow one, then the yellow one in the thing matches. So that's been pretty good. I did a whole video on organizing my curriculum and how I organize it and everything. And so this looks a little bit messy, but it actually works out pretty well. So for each month, basically, I put all of the manipulatives, things that we're going to be hands-on with, in these bins. So for September, this is my ELA like object lesson kind of stuff. For let's see, here's math, here's a math bin, and then this is my other, so like for the other subjects like science and history and Bible. But yeah, this has been pretty good. We've kept this pretty well organized and pretty happy with that. Okay, now there's one thing that has not held up really well, and that has been, let me show you.
These stickers. So these are those Target labels, and I'm kind of doing that. These are those Target labels, and they peel up a little bit. I think these are going to last till the end of the year, but for the most part.
But that's one thing in here that hasn't held up so well. Another thing that unfortunately didn't hold up very well, and I think it was because, I don't know why it was, this thing, so these have like this clear case, and you see even that one's like separating. I got this off of Amazon, but it's magnetic. It's like a magnetic marble run. All the other pieces have been doing really well, but this one that catches it, the front came off, and so I was kind of bummed about that. But honestly, other than those two things, like the seat covers have been holding up really well. Even my white button carpet is not too bad. I was like a little bit concerned about stainage and stuff on there. Everything else, I mean, it does look kind of messy. It is kind of messy right now, but everything else is held up pretty well, so I think we're in a good place. Our book area needs a little bit of TLC and attention, but honestly, I think a lot of it has to do with the kids you have and what standards you set. So there's two things that have made it a little bit easier for us this year. Number one, we have a really good set of kids. We have a couple kiddos who are rambunctious and high energy, but that's typical. My kids were that, I was that way, so that's fine, that's normal. But we're pretty blessed.
You have a text message.
I have a text message. We're pretty blessed in that we have a good set of kids that have been trained at home, so their parents have worked really hard with them, clearly, to take care of their stuff, to put their stuff away where it goes. And then the second thing is just setting those standards in the beginning of the year to help the kids have ownership of the toys. So saying things like, if you play that way with the toys, it's gonna break them, and then we won't have any toys to play with. Do you wanna have toys to play with? Like during rainy day recess, do you wanna have toys? Asking them questions like that, kind of get them thinking about the importance of taking care of their stuff. I think also having a really structured center time has helped, because basically the way that I run centers is I say, or stations, whatever you call them.
You have a text message.
I have a text message. The way that we run stations is we have 3 different stations. We have reading rainbows, the pink playhouse, which is this, and then Tinkertown. And I'll link my center video down below because that's a whole other video, but having really structured activities that give them free choice, but make them feel ownership of those specific toys has helped too. So for example, when it's cleanup time, when I press my button on my lanyard and they know it's cleanup time, they know,
You have a text message.
I have another text message. They know that their job is to clean up their toys, the toys that they've either been playing with or that their station is responsible for. And so if I look over and I see the Play-Doh out, I'm gonna say, hey, you know, pink playhouse, I still see Play-Doh out, that needs to be put away. And if you're part of the pink playhouse, be a good teammate and help your friends. And so that's helped to kind of develop this like classroom community and ownership feeling. And so I think that's really what's helped kind of keep the toys in good condition. The other thing that's helped, honestly, has just been talking to the kids. Like if I hear a big loud bang or a toy that's crashing into something, I'll pull the student over and say, hey bud, you know, or hey girly, I don't go into your house and break your toys. Can you not do that to our classroom? Because if you play with them like that, they're gonna break and then we won't have any toys. So when it's rainy day recess, if all of our toys are broken because we were too rough with them, we're just gonna have to sit at our desks and color or something, which isn't very much fun. And I want you to be able to play and have fun. And I don't think you want to sit at your desk during rainy day recess, right? And a lot of times they're like, oh no, I don't want to do that. Yeah, thank you. And so that kind of helps them. And there's been times where I've said, hey, I pulled a student over and said, hey, you know what? I've already warned you, I'm really sorry, but the rest of station time, you're gonna have to sit and color, because you just kind of need that reminder that if you're gonna play like that with the toys, they're gonna get broken, and then this is what you're gonna have to do if we don't have any toys. So you just need to get a coloring page and sit down and color. And a lot of times they hate that. I've only had to do that a couple times, but that has really helped too. So really this year, we've only had probably that one marble thing break. And the name tag, I mean, we really haven't had a lot of things break or wear out yet this year. So I've been really happy with that. The one thing that we have had has been those marbles like getting lost. So like there's probably 50 marbles in this classroom somewhere, probably rolled behind things, or the janitor sucked them up with a vacuum. I don't know. So I do think that maybe we'll have like a marble checkout system next year, maybe. But for the most part, everything is in its place and toys are in the right bins. So I'm really proud of the little guys. All right, well that's it guys. I am all done sharing what the classroom looks like. I hope that you found some maybe tips. Maybe you can emphasize, maybe you can empathize with, why can't I think? Maybe you can relate a little bit about what your classroom looks like at this point in the year. Comment down below if you are a teacher or a student, what your profession is, and what kind of school you went to as a kid. Did you go to private school, public school? Were you homeschooled, charter school? There's so many different schools out there. So comment down below what kind of school you went to. I teach at a private Christian school, so. All right, well, thank you so much for watching, and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye.